Welcome to chopping. This may be review if you did AltStrings Book 1 with us, but it's been a while, so let's review. The proper bow hold for chopping varies by person. I tend to like to chop with sort of a modified cello bow hold, so cellos, don't change a thing, you're doing great. Violins and violas, if you have your thumb underneath, I recommend moving it in so it's on the stick. Make sure to keep it bent so you don't get a thumb cramp. This can really hurt, so keep your thumb bent. Cellos, that's a good idea if you're not already doing that, to keep your thumb bent too. Basses, if you use a German grip, you may have a hard time with this. If you use a French grip, that's basically just like a cello, and you're good to go too. Violins and violas, you have a couple of choices when it comes to chopping. You can either chop out, like I do, or you can chop in towards yourself. There are advantages and disadvantages to each. I like to do it this way because I think it has a nicer sound. But you can also chop in towards yourself so you don't have to change your bow hold. If you choose to chop out this way, you'll want to move your pinky off the stick so that it doesn't make your bow go crazy like that. You can still use it to brace. So your choices are this or this. Either one is just fine. The secret to getting a good chop sound is that your bow needs to be moving very fast when it gets to the string, and it needs to stop in the string and stay there, even if it's just for a millisecond. It needs to totally come to a complete stop. Now, a word of warning before we start, make sure that you don't hit your bridge or the side of your instrument when you go to chop. Cellos and basses, it's this side you're worried about. The side by your frog. Be careful not to hit your instrument. Please don't try it. Be careful not to hit your instrument on the side here. We want to have it right in the middle. Also, don't hit the silver part of your bow on the strings either. That's no good. We don't want to take a chunk out of your strings either. So let's start right at the frog. You're about an inch away from the frog. We're going to start with that right on the string. So go ahead and put your bows on the string about an inch away from the frog. We're going to pick up the bow and go really fast into the string and stop. Ready, set, go. All right. Hopefully you stopped. I don't want to see any of that. Well, I can't see you because I'm in a video. But you shouldn't go like this. It's not going to work. You want to go stop. Ready, set, go. All right. Now there's another kind of a chop called a set. So this is, you're just going to set the bow on the string. That's it. It shouldn't make any noise really. A little bit of noise is okay. Let's try setting the bow on the string. Ready, set, set. All right. That's as easy as it is. Just put it on the string. Ready, set, set it. Now we're going to try going back and forth. We're going to do set, chop, set, chop. Like this. And you'll notice when I set, it's by the bridge, and when I chop, it's away from the bridge. That helps me keep them straight in my mind, and also the chop is a much bigger motion. Jump in when you're ready. Here we go. That is set chop. Now let's try circle chop. We're going to have our bow still in the bow hold that we use for chopping, whatever that is for your instrument. We're going to do a little bitty down bow, almost like we're plucking the strings with the bow, and you should end up in the air. Let's try it. Ready, go. So when I say circle, that's what I mean, because you're going to end up in the air, and it's almost like you're doing a circle bow this way, a retake. So we're going to do circle, and then from here we're going to chop. Like this, circle, chop, chop. And when I'm done with my chop, I'm in the string ready to do another circle, up, chop, circle, chop. It ends up being about a half circle and then straight down. So you're kind of describing the letter D in the air. Circle and straight down. Let's try it. Go. Circle, chop, circle, chop, circle. Let's put our new skills to work right away in Acadian Two-Step. We're going to start by using the circle chop because it's the easiest to keep track of. When we add the set chop in, we're still going to need chords, so we're going to do that second. Here is how the circle chop works. We're going to go circle, chop on each beat. So each bar will have 2 circle chops in it. The A part of Acadian looks like this. And then we repeat. You'll notice that when I changed chords right after I chopped, for example, going to the 3rd bar, I played a chop, and then I went to the 3rd bar D. I simply rocked my bow over the strings to get to the new chord. Because the chord is coming from the string and not from above. Because we don't go chop like this, we go chop and stay in the string, and we're going to roll it over this way. Let's give this a try. We won't go quite as fast. We'll try the whole thing. 2 A parts and 2 B parts. Let's give it a try. Circle, chop, circle, chop. 1, 2, ready, go. D. Repeat. B part, C. G. D. Repeat. Doing a set chop instead of a circle chop can be really useful when your hand gets tired, especially when the tune starts going really fast. You can replace up to all of your circles with sets, as long as you're making sure to play with a steady beat. Now ideally, we still want to be able to hear all of the chord changes, so that's how we'll practice it slowly. We're going to continue to do a circle every time the chord changes, and otherwise we're going to do a set. I'm actually going to continue to play the chord on the downbeat, just so you can keep track of where we are. You can do the same if you like. That way the whole bar will go circle, chop, set, chop. It looks like this, and we'll practice it in just a second. Circle, chop, set, chop. Circle, chop, set, chop. Okay, let's try this on our G chord, so open G and D. Circle, chop, set, go. Chop, set, chop. Circle, chop, set, chop. Circle, chop, set, chop. Circle, chop, set, chop. Circle, chop, set, chop. Okay. When we go to play the tune that way, it'll sound like this. Don't forget to stop in the string for the chop, even if you're changing chords. One, two, here I go. Whole thing, and circle, chop, set, go. Repeat.